All right, let's dive into Elon Musk. For 2 whole years, biographer Walter Isacson had this, well, truly unmatched level of access to him. He witnessed everything firsthand. What came out isn't really a standard business story. It's something else entirely, and it's a profound psychological profile of one of the most influential and, yes, divisive innovators of our era. So let's unpack it. When it's stripped down, the entire narrative always circles back to one single haunting question. I mean, everyone sees the rockets. We see the sleek electric cars transforming the planet, and we're stunned. But what Isaacson's account really forces us to confront is the other side of the picture, the immense and frequently brutal personal toll tied to that level of brilliance. And this, right here, is the essence of what Isaacson is pointing toward. He argues that to even begin to grasp Musk's insane, obsessive drive, you must first grasp the demons. Demons born in a childhood he describes as, quote, especially brutal. These exact demons propel his greatest triumphs and also his harshest downfalls. So, to truly understand what powers him, we've got to rewind way back. We need to look at where everything began, and this isn't just some side note, you all. According to Isaacson, his origin story is the absolute key to deciphering the man he became. Isaacson delivers this searing, powerful image to explain Musk's bond with his father, Errol. And listen, this wasn't just difficult. This was essentially a lifelong battle against what felt like a malevolent force inside his own household. And that warped his entire perception of reality in some deeply lasting ways. Honestly, the trauma is staggering. In school, he was attacked by bullies so badly he spent days in a hospital. But the deeper damage came from his father, who often sided with the bullies and then berated him endlessly. This nonstop psychological assault produced someone who, as his brother says, learned to link pain with love. And here's the thing, Musk fully acknowledges this. He doesn't shy away from it. He actually views that past as the furnace that forged his relentless obsession. He genuinely believes suffering created who he is in both good and terrible ways. Okay, so you've got this extremely traumatic upbringing. How does it appear at work? Well, it reveals itself as a very specific mindset, a stark, almost frightening persona those near him actually have a label for. They call it demon mode. It's this mindset of icy, ruthless focus where empathy and warmth nearly vanish. They're replaced with sheer, burning urgency. It's the moment those demons take over, and it's where some of his boldest and, yes, his most damaging moves happen. Want to witness demon mode? Here's an example. When Twitter engineers said dismantling a server farm required 6 months, he fired them instantly. Days later, on Christmas Eve no less, he rerouted his jet, landed, grabbed wire cutters from a hardware store, and personally yanked the servers out himself. That's the style. It's savage, it's physical, and it forces people to smash limits they thought unbreakable. And the consequence? Within months of him taking over Twitter, 80% of employees were gone. Just absorb that. 80%. It's an almost surreal statistic showing the sheer magnitude of upheaval and what Isaacson calls the wreckage trailing Musk's tactics. He didn't simply adjust Twitter's culture, he scorched it and rebuilt everything from scratch. The old Twitter, with yoga studios and a culture of safety, disappeared. It was swapped for an extreme, all-in culture defined by what he terms urgent intensity. In fact, Musk outright claimed that for his goals, psychological safety is an enemy. But here's the nuance. All this chaos isn't random at all. It's actually funneled through a structured, systematic mindset he brings to every challenge. He calls it the algorithm. And it starts with one fundamental idea, first principles logic. For Musk, the only genuine laws are physics. Everything else, rules, standards, traditions, is just somebody's suggestion. That means it can be dismantled, simplified, or erased outright. And he applies this philosophy through a repeatable 4-step algorithm. It's deceptively simple. Step 1. Question every requirement. Step 2. Simplify or eliminate whatever isn't needed. Step 3. Accelerate everything. And only after that do you automate. That's his process for taking impossible puzzles and making them solvable. So we've seen the flames that shaped him. We've seen his ruthless intensity. And we've seen the sharp system driving it all. But that circles us right back to the central dilemma, doesn't it? What's the personal price for all this? For Musk and for everyone in his. According to Isaacson, the answer is harsh, a blunt, undeniable no. Happiness doesn't even rank on his list. He's addicted to drama, to risk, to volatility because that's the emotional current he has always swum in. He rejects peace, he hunts the blaze. And still beneath the armor, there's startling fragility. He confessed to Isaacson that the agony he felt when his transgender daughter Jenna cut ties with him was second only to the death of his firstborn. It proves the man who calls safety the enemy is profoundly scarred by its absence. And this creates a hard choice for nearly everyone in his world. The tale of one engineer, Andy Krebs, sums it perfectly. He resigned because the pressure was wrecking him, but after a few weeks at an easier post, he returned. His words? I'd rather be burned out than bored. It's life between extremes, with hardly any balance in between. Which brings us back to where we started, grappling with Isaacson's final question. The demon mode, the drama addiction, the inability to simply rest, these same dark threads are woven together with the genius, the imagination, the capacity to reshape our world. Can those be divided? And maybe the sharper question is, should they?